I am Ashley Six, and I am the store manager of David's Bridal, and I've currently been there for a little over 7 years. And I went to school for fashion merchandising and business and graduated from WVU, and have really loved being a manager at David's Bridal because it brought me from Las Vegas, where I was actually living and a manager there, and it brought me back to Pittsburgh, where I now have a home and a family and plan on staying with the company for quite some time. After I finished school, I was very career driven. So I wanted to make sure that I was a manager or a buyer, or I just really had big fashion plans, and I felt like I didn't know really where I wanted to go, but I ended up doing an internship with Nordstrom, which took me to Las Vegas. And at that point, I did all fashion. I did Nordstrom, Saks, Barney's New York. I was really driven to high-end retail, and it was really my passion. And from there, getting into bridal, it was like the best of both worlds. It was bridal, which was still high-end, and it was still kind of a relationship with a customer. So that's what led me to David's Bridal now. I think because it's nothing like anything else. It's not like your traditional retail. You are selling something that a customer has dreamed about their whole life. And so whenever they come in and they have this photo that they've had for a very long time, and they say, this is what I want to look like on the biggest day of my life, I feel like it's something that I get to be a part of, and it's every single day. And I feel like you can actually go to work and I can say I have fun, and I also am part of one of the biggest days of a woman's life, which is nice. So I have a large staff. I have a staff of almost 50. And so I think sometimes it can be challenging to touch on them every day one-on-one. But I do have like Sunday shout outs. I'll send emails of who has some really outstanding performances, who comes to me with maybe a really beautiful story about their bride, just to keep everybody on the same page. I also send out how maybe something has changed, or maybe a designer has added a certain dress to the collections. And I think it's important to keep the whole staff on the same page from the top down. And I think that that makes everybody stay focused and driven in their position. Challenges. I think I can kind of piggyback on kind of what I was referencing before, is having such a large staff when it comes to business, is making sure they all know that I love them, that I love to see them be successful, that I love to see their accomplishments at the end of the day, to make sure they're still sales driven, but yet they still have that connection with the customer itself. And I think challenges with the actual industry itself is it evolves every day. The collections are always different. And I think to stay in a fashion industry, you really have to learn and be knowledgeable about all aspects of what you do every day. So getting the bridal catalogs and keeping current with trends, I think is always going to be a challenge for anyone that has the passion for this industry. Knowing what I know now, that in our industry, I believe that every retail position matters, and you cannot burn any bridges. I feel like I still talk to my manager that I had 5 to 7 years ago. I feel like you are judged on your exit and not your entrance. I believe that if you make the most positive impact on your retail job, that it will go for so long. And I think now, looking back on it, it was the reason that I got this job now is because I was able to network with those people and was able to get this type of job. I think that the biggest thing is we all go to school, we all have a passion for retail, whether it's design, to be a manager, to be a buyer. We all have a creative outlook, and we don't sometimes know where to go. And I feel like you're going to be challenged with, oh my gosh, should I do this, or should I take that leap? And I always would say yes. Absolutely try it. It might not be exactly what you were looking for, but try it. And just as long as you know you're gonna get the knowledge out of that position to take you to the next level, you should always try and do it.